everybody. I just want to make an introductory video to give you a little bit of information before I go into several videos that I made from previous courses, just to kind of put things in perspective a little bit. We talked about this somewhat in class. The idea that we're going to be focusing on in Unit 7 is taking the right triangle trigonometry that we talked about in Unit 6 and moving it into kind of an algebra setting. The idea that there are actually trig functions as opposed to just trig relationships within right triangles. What we're going to do is we're going to move this information onto a coordinate plane. We're going to be able to look at angles that are bigger than 90 degrees. We're going to be able to look at, the sine of a 210-degree angle. We're going to look at radian relationships. We're going to look at degree relations to radians. And there are a couple of definitions that are going to be mentioned in one of the videos that I thought I should mention before you've seen that video. Okay? So we've of course worked with the sine, cosine, and tangent functions. Hopefully you know your SOHCAHTOA rules. From an algebra standpoint, there are three other trig functions that you need to be aware of. And they're really not very useful in right triangle trig because they involve the same right triangle sides. But from an algebra standpoint, they take on a little bit more perspective, and there's some places that these will pop up. So here's the deal. The three additional trig functions are the reciprocals of the three that you all know. Okay? The sine function has a reciprocal, flip the fraction. The reciprocal of the sine function is the cosecant function. Okay? Cosecant is spelled cosecant. It's abbreviated CSC. So cosecant of theta is equal to a hypotenuse over the opposite. Okay? And sine and cosecant are going to go together. They're reciprocals of each other. Okay? The reciprocal of the cosine function is called the secant. Okay? The secant, of course, is going to be the reciprocal of cosine, which is just going to be hypotenuse over adjacent. Okay? These two things are also going to go together. And finally, the reciprocal of the tangent function is known as the cotangent. Okay? And the cotangent function, of course, is going to be equal to the adjacent side over the opposite side. Okay? So again, you do need to know these. You need to know reciprocal of sine is cosecant, reciprocal of cosine is secant, and the reciprocal of the tangent function is cotangent. That will come up in different problems. Not a lot additional going on right now, just new definitions you need to